We continue to take a look at the effect that the COVID-19 pandemic has had right here in our local economy, and I'm joined now by local business owner of the Spicy Pearl, Lee Theodore. Welcome, Lee.
Hey Gabe, nice to be in your company, sir.
All right, so Lee, obviously the Spicy Pearl is one of Cornwall's newest restaurants. You've been able to adapt to the new reality of COVID-19. Why don't you talk to me about that, adapting a brand new business to this new reality?
Well, thankfully, marketing has a very important role to play in a lot of business. So we've been riding the wave of the excitement of the Caribbean restaurant opening up in Cornwall, and that has carried well through the people that have eaten the food the first time, becoming second time, third time, fourth time customers. And wow, and then COVID hit, and so we had to adapt our offering, streamline it down, pick the staples, and kind of just go from there. And so despite our changes in process and procedures, the community has still been there and it's still growing. And the confidence has been it's been pretty good. Like people really come out, and I think we're really lucky to have the people that we have coming through our doors or just taking delivery from us.
And I just want to touch on that buzz that you created. We haven't really had a chance to speak to you even before all this. So talk to me about the response that you did get from the community. People were excited about the Spicy Pearl for sure.
Well, Gabe, first of all, thank you for being a media outlet that's actually looking at things going on in the community. I think this is the first actual after opening the doors conversation. But I will tell you that it's it's been overwhelming. People have found little mementos in their own lives that we have tapped into. People that have had trips, people that have gotten married, people that have fallen in love and had experiences abroad. We had one lady bring us a little miniature red door as a token because we have our door painted red, and she said, "You touched it, like you made a connection with me." So I mean, we've got something special going on, and I'm so happy that our community's just it's going for the little guy, and it's such a Cornwall story. It's an interesting concept. It's Caribbean food. We're rural Ontario, and yet we're still here because people believe in it.
And when we speak of those people, obviously they're continuing to support you. So talk about the importance of supporting local businesses right now, whether it be the Spicy Pearl or any businesses right now that are open.
You know what? So shower thoughts. We all have them. And I was thinking about the way the dollar moves through our business, right? So we're able to pay our landlord. Our landlord has been on this great progressive tear through our community. He's developing locations, he's resurfacing them, he's maintaining them. This is a heritage building to an extent, not really, not classified, but it's an old building. And he's currently on our side refinishing the outside. So I mean, our rent pays for him to pay for a crew to do that, and that crew therefore has money to go home and pay whatever bills they may be able to pay. So it's a weird amplifying effect, especially for a small economy, how important a small business is. It's not so our joke to our customers are we're open and we can keep the lights on. We're not going to Cuba by any measure, but we're here, we're happy to be here day to day. And so every day it's the weirdest thing to start your day when you don't know how it's going to end, and by the end of the day people have allowed you to pay your bills so that you can open up the doors again the next day. It's an overwhelmingly cool feeling, and that's why I really believe in our community. I really believe that this business needs to be here because it shows us who we are, and not even when it's bad times, like good times. It's an incredible thing. I'm happy.
And you just said the word good times, and I want to touch on that because we know that there will be a day when things will go back to a semi form of normal, but we know things are going to be different as well. We know that the economy is going to take time to recover. So what are your thoughts on how we as a community, especially our downtown, can bounce back from this? So what does the future look like in your opinion?
Man, it's gonna many hands make light work. So it's really going to have to be a team thing. I think we're going to have to come out in droves. And the challenge is that the pool is only so big, but our hearts are bigger than the pool, right? So there's only so much that can be tapped in. But each and every one of us are going to have to find a way, even a little bit, not to just to help ourselves, help other people. And it doesn't have to be monetary. It can just be being friendly at the grocery store, right? It can just be being a little bit more patient. It can be recognizing that you may not have all of the answers and you may be a little afraid of what's going on, but the person who's observing you may be looking at you for strength, right? So it's those little things that we can do ourselves. So as a community, those are soft things. The hard things are, how do we get the economy going? I mean, I would do an old-fashioned pub crawl. I would light it up from Lola's all the way down to Water Street, you know, $4 drinks all day, and you can go into groups of 20 and just pub crawl. And if you can get 2,000 people doing that, that's enough to start somebody's business up for a month. But that's just me and my shower thoughts, right? So it's going to take a lot of community involvement. We're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to find that strength, but I know we've got it. I know we've got it.
Well, Lee, the community knows, of course, about the delicious food. Maybe those who didn't know you as well didn't know how deep of a thinker you are. And of course, we here at YourTv really appreciate your thoughts, and I'm sure we'll circle back and get more thoughts as this continues.
A little special thank you to Mears Bakery out in Maxville. A little shout out to my little hometown out there.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Lee, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for your time, kid. Be well.